Ashley, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the new Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice collection. The collection officially launches on July 6th, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on it by attending one of the pop-up shops here in New York City. So the collection consists of an eyeshadow palette, primer, liquid liner, and 2 brushes. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this lovely eyeshadow look and to hear my thoughts on the new collection, keep on watching. Alright, so I've already done my base makeup. I figured I wanted to keep this strictly about the palette and the new items that come along with it in the collection. So I figured doing my base makeup off camera would be the easiest thing for us. So we're going to get into the new items. The first thing I'm going to pick up is the new palette itself. This is what the palette packaging looks like. It's a pretty chic, like, blue packaging. I actually probably could have had like a blue background for this, but what else? So these are the shades on the back of the palette itself. I'm gonna see if we can focus in on that. So these are the shades on the back of the palette. Let's open it up. So this is extremely pretty packaging. This is so pretty, it's ridiculous. So you get this nice chic packaging with the Fenty Beauty, and it looks like a kind of like smoke cloud on the front. Then on the back you also have the names of the shadows themselves. So this is what the palette looks like. It's a combination of matte, shimmers, satin, and metallic shades. What I like about this, the back of the actual packaging itself, is that the colors, if you're looking at the palette and the packaging this way, everything lines up and you can tell the names of the items. I'm actually going to talk about the other items that come in the collection as well. So it's a Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eye Primer in Pink. It kind of comes in like a little tube that looks like the Pro Filt'r Primer. It is a twist top and it does have like a doe foot kind of applicator. And I will say that the colors swatch pretty nicely on their own, but when you have the primer, it definitely does boost it. So definitely make sure that you are going to be using a primer with this palette. Next we have the liquid eyeliner Flyliner. It's a Longwear liquid eyeliner in the shade Cause I'm Black. So the name came from our Rihanna tweet where I believe someone made a comment about Rihanna's hair being nappy, and her response was "cause I'm black, bitch." So I'm guessing where that's where the name comes from. So this is what the actual liner looks like. Very pretty packaging. It has a really nice flex tip, and it definitely does have nice color, and you can definitely make your liner either super thin and make it thicker as you go along, which is definitely, in my opinion, the key to a successful wing. You definitely want to make sure some areas are thinner than others, and I believe you'll definitely be able to achieve that with this liner. We're going to test it out. Next we do have 2 brushes. I actually didn't open the packaging for these. I didn't realize that they were individually wrapped like this. So this is what the all over shadow brush looks like. It has, in my opinion, this is a great brush for packing for your lid. The bristles do feel pretty soft, so I am gonna make sure that I actually try these out. Hopefully I remember to, because of course I use, you know, my own brushes a lot. And this is the tapered blending brush. So like I said, the bristles feel pretty soft. It's just a matter of how well these are actually going to perform once you apply shadow. So those are the items that come within the new collection. So without further ado, we are going to get started on the eye look. Alright guys, to start off the look, I'm going to use that Amplifying Eye Primer, and I'm going to prep my lid. It does have a doe foot applicator, so I'm just going to apply that straight to my lid and then blend that out with my ring finger. Next, I'm going to use the shade Cumin Get It. It's basically like a play on words, come and get it, very cute. And I'm going to buff that into my crease using the tapered blending brush. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Saffron, and I'm going to also blend that on top of the first shade into the crease, but I'm also going to bring it a little above towards my brow bone, but not too much. For my lid, I'm going to use the shade Casablanca on a really dense eyeshadow brush. I forgot to use the brush that comes with the collection, so guys, forgive me. Next up, I am going to use the shade Fez Up in my outer corner of my eye. I'm going to really pack that on, and then I'm going to take another brush and just lightly blend it up into the crease area. For liner, I am going to use the Flyliner in Cause I'm Black. It's a satin-like finish, which I do like, and it's super black, which is key for me with eyeliner. I did my liner a little thicker today, no reason in particular, but I do love the amount of flexibility and control you get with the Flyliner. What I will say is that with a felt tip pen like this, you do have to be careful and not press too hard, because if you do, you'll end up with more product than necessary. To line my lower lash line, I'm going to use a 24/7 Glide On pencil from Urban Decay in the shade Mainline, and then I'm going to pack Souq It To Me on top just to really buff out and smoke out my lower lash line. To highlight the highest points of my face, I'm going to use the Killawatt highlighter in the shade Hustler Baby, and then I'm going to go back into the Moroccan Spice palette and just use the Sahara Stunna shade for the inner corners of my eye. It's a really nice pink color, and I felt that it would really pull this look together. Lastly, I'm going to finish up with Gloss Bomb, which is the perfect lippy for a super glossy look. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. My final words on the palette and the items in the collection. I absolutely love the palette. I feel like there's enough shades in here for you to make various combinations. You can of course wear items on their own, double them, triple them, whatever. There's enough variety in this palette for you to get multiple different looks, which I absolutely love. I will say that the shimmer shades, especially the 3 that are on the top, those do have a bit of fallout, and I am noticing right under my eye area. I wasn't able to dust it away as much as I would have liked to. However, it's not the end of the world. Of course, what you can do your eyeshadows first. With the matte shades, I didn't notice a lot of fallout, which I am happy about. Other than that, I really love the shadows. I feel like they blend really well. They are soft. Like I said, definitely blendable, and you can layer them, of course, which is extremely important anytime you are doing a multiple colored eye look. Definitely important there. My thoughts on the primer, it definitely does what it says it's going to do, especially with boosting the color. I definitely feel like it helped to boost the color on my lids, and I didn't set my primer, which I normally do when I am using concealer for the most part. However, I wanted to see how this was going to perform on its own, and like I said, I think it definitely did well. I love the look that I came up with. Very like sporadic, just looking at the colors just to think of what's going to make a good combination. And like I said, I really do love the look that I created. I'm not noticing any extreme creasing in my lids, just like my normal crease, because I do have like a fold in my lid. That's not a big deal in my opinion. So I definitely would suggest, if you can grab the primer, it will make a very big difference. The brushes, I did find a little difficulty with the tapered blending brush. It is a little stiff, and I'm not sure if it's something I have to, you know, break in and keep using, but I do find that it's perfect for like just a crease area. If you are working in that area, it will definitely help you there because of the shape especially. Other than that, I did find it a little hard to use. I totally forgot to use the packing shadow brush. I'll definitely try to remember for another video and give you my thoughts on that. But the eyeliner, I really love it. It's super black, which I love. It definitely is really easy to do it thinner and then thicker as you get to the outer end. I definitely went a little thicker with my wing this time, kind of going with like the Moroccan Spice kind of theme. I definitely wanted to thicken my wing just a little bit, not too much. So I am still getting my favorite kind of wing shape, where it's a little thinner on the inner corner and then it gets thicker as you go to the outer corner. But I definitely give the palette a thumbs up. Like I said, the colors are really blendable, and I feel like there's enough variety in the palette for you to get multiple looks. That's pretty much it for me. I really hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. You need to forward and get me out of work.